PowerPoint party with Garrulous64. Take it away, Dylan.
All right, everybody. Imagine me wearing a nice suit. That's what I'm wearing right now for the presentation. I should have put a picture of that on the presentation. But welcome to my presentation, The Problem with Sonic X Shadow Generations. Hi. Welcome to my presentation.
Hi. I have a question.
The title of the game... Yeah? No, questions at the end.
Okay.
Alright, the title of the game makes things difficult, and it's more difficult than ever before. Because the Sonic X Shadow Generations game is going to muddle up Google searches. For example, this is Shadow from Sonic X.
I have a question.
To define this picture, not right now, I told you. You search Sonic X Shadow, because he is Shadow from the Sonic X TV show. But now, with the new video game, you will not be able to find Sonic X Shadow from Sonic X, even if you Google Sonic X Shadow, because you're only going to see pictures from this game. And that's all. You can check it yourself.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Solution? Wait, I'm not done. Wait, it's almost done. Solution? I asked Pup to do this, and he just put this little GIF here.
I didn't do that.
It didn't really fix anything.
Hey, I'm being framed.
Yeah,
I didn't help out with this.
You can decide who you believe.
I believe Garrulous64.
You would. Teacher's pet.
Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and you can send your super chats now. Thank you. That's it. That's all.
Question.
Yes, questions now.
Your thoughts on to what we would actually find if we type Sonic X Shadow in a Google search?
You will find pictures of just the new video game, because that's what you're searching for.
Let me look.
I'm using the same music this week as last time, because I couldn't get it to play any other music. But welcome to the PowerPoint presentation of today. This one is about Knuckles, the Paramount Plus original series.
I have a question.
Let us begin. What do you not understand about questions at the end?
Sorry. Sorry, Dylan.
We did this like 3 times.
Where's the music?
Alright. The music stopped, I guess, because it was only on the first slide.
No. Where did the music go?
The quote is finally coming back to me.
It's gone. Alright, so... What is he hiding, exactly? The truth? It may surprise you.
What the
Knuckles.
heck is this?
Questions at
Being
the end, Big.
So, the accused, Knuckles T. Echidna, claims that he is rougher than the rest of them, the best of them, tougher than leather. You can call him Knuckles. Unlike Sonic, he don't chuckle. He'd rather flex his muscles. And I copied this from this link, just to cite my sources.
Oh,
That's
excellent.
important.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't want to get H-Bomber Guide on your ass.
No, it
So,
says you copy right
in
there. I
fact-
think that's plagiarism.
We have issues with this testimony, because we think he lied while he was under oath.
I have a question.
Whose oath?
Let's see the evidence. It's evidence number Sonic 3 NK.
I like his shoes. Oh, look at him.
I really do feel like a kid in class right now. This is weird.
As you can see here, the defendant is chuckling, which he said he does not do. And the prosecution is seeking the death penalty for this offense. Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, shoot.
I don't have
I've watched a lot of Perry
Not always
Mason,
fun and
so...
games. Oh yeah, questions?
I don't have any.
Alright, welcome. Sonic fan games was the topic this week. Very cool.
I have a question.
This is not funny. Don't you know questions at the end? Alright, what's your question? That's fine. What's your question?
I don't have a question anymore.
Okay. Alright, so this isn't supposed to be, like, funny, but, next week will probably be more funny.
I mean, that's quite funny.
Just kidding. Okay.
He makes a noise.
Alright, for real now.
Oh.
So the first thing that came to mind, especially because of recent events, is Sonic GT. This one was a super impressive game that started out adapting levels like Hilltop Zone from Sonic 2, and it makes it this grandiose, giant 3D level. And they there expanded into some unique zones, and there might have been maybe like another remake or something in there. I can't really remember off the top of my head. But the speed in this one is incredible. Like, a lot of momentum. You're rolling down hills, you're rolling up walls and around things. I remember they even added bosses and, like, multiple playable characters. Like, I think you play Sonic, Shadow, Classic Sonic, and Mighty? And Classic Sonic, I don't think is part of the main story or anything. I think he's like a bonus. But it's very... Oh, Ray's in there, too. And I think he's also very fun. I'm just also realizing I forgot to add Sonic Encore to this. Sonic Encore is another 3D Sonic fan game that is very good. In the same sort of vein as this. Reinterprets old zones into 3D, like Oil Ocean, Mystic Cave Zone. Tons of playable characters. Both of them very good time. But this one, specifically I wanted to mention it because the people who made this went on to make Rollin' Rascal, which is a game that is on Kickstarter right now, and it's got a demo you can play. You can check it out on Steam. It's very much an evolution of Sonic GT, and I know some people are going to be like, don't compare it to Sonic. Shut up. It literally came from a Sonic fan game dev. Like, shut up. But anyway, it's its own thing now. It is a very fun, momentum-based platformer with gorgeous levels, and honestly, it's got controls to die for. I think it is one of the best controlling games I've played in a while. I also made a video of this that released at 3 o'clock today, so same time the podcast started. So if you want to see that, you can check out my channel at some point if you want. But very good game, and I think everyone should check it out. Definitely go check it out on Steam. It's free. Download it right now. Next.
Is that a choice? Do we have a choice?
No, it's not a choice. You have to play it.
Oh.
Did you say it's free?
The demo is free, yeah. It's the game. The game is not finished yet. It's on Kickstarter. Not this one. This is... no. Go back. All right.
This is really good because there's a lot of, like, things
it's
I
on
had
Steam.
to look at for the PIS document so that I could put, like, what these developers had previously made fan game-wise, and you've done this for me. This makes things very easy.
Yep. Oh, Sonic World DX is another really great one. Sorry, I was kind of scrambling at one point. I forgot to add some stuff. Sonic World DX, another very good fan game. 3D levels, that kind of stuff. But anyway, next up, one of my personal favorites of all time. Sonic Robo Blast 2, which is a fan game that has 20 plus years of development behind it. Which is fucking insane to me. Like, Pop, how old are you?
I'm older than you.
No, you're not.
I'm 27.
Are you?
Yes.
Really? I thought you were younger than me for some reason.
I mean, I think I'm marginally younger than you.
Okay, you know what? Probably not longer than Pop's been alive then.
What's your date of birth?
It's 3/5/96.
3/5/96. Wait, so 3 is in March, right?
March, yeah, the third
Wait,
one.
shit, you had a birthday recently.
No, March hasn't happened yet.
Oh shit, yeah, you're right. Okay, alright, good.
Pop's living in another timeline.
I did.
But,
forget.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, I was
That
April.
point doesn't stand, but, like, I was probably 7 years old when this released for the first time, and I wouldn't learn about it until, probably, like, 17 years later.
I remember playing
But it is one of the coolest, one of the most improved fan games. Of course, for 20 years, of course it's going to improve. It is incredible. You've got, I think, 6 playable characters in the base game, and infinite modding potential. Like, literally, some of the best mods I've ever seen for any game. It's amazing. And it's also co-op online multiplayer, and it's got a battle mode. You can do, like, capture the flag and battle stuff like that. If you haven't played this game, this one's free because it's a fan game. Check this one out especially, because God, are you missing out if you've not played this one. And I think it also just had a big update recently that, like, overhauled a few levels, probably adding a bunch of stuff. Not sure if it's out yet, but that's on the horizon.
Final
Yeah, you know me, I like mods, I like fan games. This is both. It's very good.
update.
It's also a mod of the Doom engine. You know Doom?
Yeah, dude, I've been
the
playing.
game?
I've been playing the OG Doom on Game Pass because I figured I'm approaching my 30s, and every man in his 30s loves Doom. So I probably want to play Doom.
It's built off of that engine. It's a heavily modified Doom engine.
I thought so because, like, I love Sonic Robo Blast 2 and think it's a feat of engineering. At the same time, I found the camera betrayed me a few times, especially in one of the boss fights.
Yeah, I think if it, like, not zoomed in, I think if it locked on the boss, it might be a little better. But, I mean, it's very small complaints. This game's unreasonably good.
Big complaints in my
But anyway, so I didn't have anything else that they made, because I'm not sure if they have, but move on to more fan games. You guys probably already know these. The Lake Fepard Sonic games. There are 3, I think. We have Sonic Before, After the sequel, and Chrono Adventure, which I didn't play, because I just didn't get around to it. Wait, someone said we are not back.
Okay, so, alright. We're now back. They can hear us again.
Alright, now we're back for real?
Yeah, we're back for realsies. That was a really inopportune time for my inopportune time for my internet to go out. Sorry about that, everybody.
It's a small annoyance, but I guess we're back. So, I don't know how much you heard, but I don't think there's a lot to say about these ones, because I feel like these are very popular fan games that everyone already knows about, and of course, we know a lot about this, because Spark the Electric Jester was spawned after these games, and there are 3 games in that series now. Spark started out as a 2D platformer, sort of like Sonic. It's also got almost like a mix of Kirby in there, because you gather new powers and you can use... It's like there's some like elemental abilities you get, like... I think there's like electric attacks, which, you know, makes sense with the name. There are... I mean, like, there's vehicles you can ride, I think there's like there's a lot in there. I didn't play through the first one, but I have played the other 2. And the other 2, Spark 2 and 3, are 3D platformers that are very much in the vein of, like, Sonic Adventure 2 specifically, I would say. They've got some very interesting story stuff going on. I like a lot of the characters that are involved, and the designs are really fun. Like, I feel like there are not a lot of designs out there that look like this. Spark 3 also is a recent release. I think it came out last year sometime. And it is honestly kind of a masterpiece. Like, there are so many quality of life things in that game to make it feel better. Like, Spark 2 had some stuff, like some people complained about combat. This game, you can, like, I think there's difficulty sliders for multiple aspects of the game. So you can change the platforming difficulty and the combat difficulty interchangeably, which I think is really nice. Yeah, no, those are pretty good. Please play those. Those are on Steam, and I think they're on Xbox as well. Or at least, maybe 2 and 3 are. The chat is not moving. Are you sure we're back?
Yeah, we're
back. We're back.
We're good? Okay.
So which guy are you looking at?
I was on the same chat as before. Is there another chat window now?
There's another stream open.
You might just need to refresh it.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get that.
Sure. Everybody, just twiddle your thumbs for a minute.
Hang in there. You can see the next game right there.
You can read the slide. If you're not an audio listener, that is.
Well.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got it here. Here it is. Yeah, we are so back.
We always give it.
Ball Deluxe.
All right, I've got it back. Okay, sorry. So, Sonic Ball Deluxe is a game that I love a lot. This game is a Mario and Sonic crossover, and it's not what you might think. It actually starts interpreting Mario levels, but has, I would say, a bit more focus on the speed of Sonic. Like, a lot of the characters in here move faster. Like, you know, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and there's a lot of playable characters. You have Mario, Luigi, I think Wario, Bowser, Mecha Sonic, and this also has a pretty big modding scene, which is neat. Like, you can play as a lot of different characters, you can go on Game Banana, find stuff like that. Let's see.
Yeah.
It is also actively still being updated, because I think the Ball Deluxe title is actually rather recent, and Wario might actually be newer. But that's a really fun one. I recommend this one. Like, it controls really well, and I think each character has a fun set of abilities to try and get through the levels with. But yeah, and this also leads into just fun fact. Back when I made the Magnificent Motobug on my channel, the original version, I actually used Sonic Ball Deluxe, or not the Deluxe, but I used the Sonic Ball game to make custom characters, put them on a green screen, and that's how I got away with not animating a single thing for that whole animated video. So,
wait, you could just put them on a green screen in the game?
Well, I mean, I replaced the graphics in the game, so it was a green screen, and then I made little, basically puppets out of Motobug, Buzz Bomber, sprites, stuff like that. And then every animation that was in that original video was just me moving around in the game in like a way that makes sense for the video. So that was kind of fun. Like, I didn't want to learn how to animate, and I feel like I successfully pulled that off.
Wait a minute.
But also...
You got a friend called Pip who has a channel?
Yeah.
Sounds like an enemy.
That was funny, because I wrote Pup earlier, and now Pip's here. But also, of note, if you didn't know, there is a Magnificent Motobug reboot on my friend Pip Productions channels, and that one is actually animated proper. That one is an animated series that is still in production. Working on episode 2 right now. I've seen a lot of the scenes for it so far. It's still, let's see, how, like, maybe halfway done? But, you know, it takes a long time because he's the only one animating it. But anyway, you can check that out if you want. You can just type in Magnificent Motobug on YouTube and you'll find it. Just look for Pip Productions. Worth it, I think.
Not Channel Pip.
More on that later.
Just so we all know.
Channel Pip. Not Channel Pup. Pip Productions. Channel Pip. It's my
Not
buddy
Pimp
Pip. He
Productions
does
either.
good work.
Pip.
But that was a little off track there. Sorry. Anyway, next. The end.
From Sonic Frontiers.
Yeah, no, that's it. It's over. Is the music too loud?
No, it's perfect.
Holy shit.
Right. So if you don't know Nate Morgan, he's a very important guy. He actually created rings in the Archie comic universe. And something very fucked up happens to him. So this is just a little in remembrance post for Nate Morgan.
Moment of silence.
Look at him.
I thought it was a fucking pimple on his eyebrow at first.
That's his gun.
Oh no!
Oh no! Don't make me relive it.
The complete story of Nate Morgan's Bridge.
Sorry, please.
Dylan, I have a question.
No.
I wasn't ready.
Goodbye.
Morgano. Yes.
Nathaniel Morgano!
That is
Oh,
the
man.
That is the face of a hero. Thank you.
Oh,
Not many people remember his sacrifice.
I'm sorry.
That was glorious.
I know that this was like a last minute thing, but that was my favorite
man.
PowerPoint party yet.
I'm so sorry.
Dude.
I don't mean to laugh so hard at the thing. I didn't realize the explosion sound was gonna keep playing. It's so funny.
So, remove that. Today's PowerPoint party is called What to Do with Senoue. So, Jin Senoue is one of the greatest composers of all time. Without the diverse stylings of Jin Senoue, games like Sonic Adventure 1, 2, Heroes, and Shadow the Hedgehog would not be as beloved as they are today. His music...
Pup, I have a question.
Can you please save it for the end of the podcast?
Please hold your questions for the end of the presentation.
Yeah, sorry.
That'll do it, thank you. So, like, yeah, I mean, like, look at this. Like, just take a look at... Oh, fuck, hang on. Alright, so, take a look at some of the tracks he's composed. I know these are pictures, but you've got Escape from the City, you've got Live and Learn, you've got Emerald Coast, and these are all some of the most influential tracks of all time.
Someone says the music's a little overpowering.
Right, hang on.
That's what I thought about Sonic Superstars soundtrack as well.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Oh.
No.
Okay, that's better. That's better.
No. Wait.
That was so loud.
That'll do it. All right. So, but sadly, not all of his songs are good. Jin Senoue, that is. So then we got this. Sad poopy. So. Okay, so here's a group activity now. This is where you guys all kind of volunteer to submit your answers. See if you can identify a theme here among the images I've laid out before
Like,
you. We got
Sonic's in them?
Yeah, of course. Just for the audio listeners, I'm going to mention we've got Sonic 4 Episode 1, Sonic 4 Episode 2, and Sonic Superstars. Now, there's a lot of commonalities between these games. Hands up, who wants to name
Yeah,
some?
Sonic is in them.
Okay, we had that one. All right.
They have
else?
soundtracks that have contributions by Jun Senoue.
Yes,
Ooh.
and
They are not liked most of the time. Like,
the
by
games
most
or
people.
just or the music or like what? What are we thinking?
The music. I mean, Sonic 4 Episode 2 has some okay stuff, but I feel like Superstars and 4 gets a lot of flack for exactly the right reasons.
Right. Well, anyway, bingo. Yeah, you got a good point. Now, the music stylings
Oh!
of classic Sonic were redefined in 2017 by this guy here, Tierlist, who I think. All right, I might be wrong about this, but I think he uses the Korg Triton to compose his tracks. It's very good for that New Jack sound. Probably one of the quintessential New Jack swing.
Triton, that's the guy from Little Mermaid, I think.
That is also the guy from Little Mermaid. But
I recently bought a Korg synth, actually.
oh, excellent! Then now you can make T-Lopes style stuff, maybe. Meanwhile, Jun Senoue uses the vacuum.
Fucking sound font, you idiot.
Save your questions for the end. Meanwhile, Jun Senoue
Okay.
uses the vacuum VST. And no, it's not a sound font, you idiot. It's a completely
I
different
don't know
thing.
what does that mean? What is a VST?
A VST.
A VST?
I don't know. Boulder, can you help me out here? What would you say a VST is?
It's like a digital. It's like a digital interface for synthesizers or for any sort of plugins, musical plugins. Basically, you turn the knobs, you make the sounds do different things, and
Gold stuff.
certain VSTs are VSTs, man.
There you have it.
Okay.
All right.
What does that stand for?
Versatile
Virtual system
sound
tray.
tray.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that.
All
Alright, cool.
So, anyways,
Thanks.
the vacuum.
It's come to my
VST.
attention that I've never had to describe a VST before.
As you can see here, we got the vacuum VST. What do vacuums do? They
Ooh.
suck. All right.
Oh,
But-
real quick. I see in chat, Radiant mentioned they thought he just straight up used FL Studio. Yes, he used the VSTs in FL Studio.
Yeah, FL Studio by itself, you're not going to get much done with. But, okay. Anyways. But here's the thing. The vacuum VST doesn't suck. It's a VST that Jun uses with Pro Tools in a bid to emulate the iconic YM2612 sound. That being the sound chip of the Sega Mega Drive, or if you're a fucking idiot, the Genesis. But the problem is
Hey,
that
wait a
not
minute.
only does it not accurately recreate the sound of the YM2612, but Jun is using it to try to emulate the sound of synths, all while the YM2612 was often
The
utilized
sound of things.
to what?
Go on.
What? Is there a reason why you're interrupting me? What do you got in your hands there, buddy?
Coffee.
Enjoy. Anyways, all while the YM2612 was often utilized to replicate the sound of real instruments. So it's an inherently different philosophy. And because of that, hang on, I just want to turn this off. And because of that, it causes the
It's
music
killing
to
you.
have a fundamentally different sound and appeal. The vacuum VST, though, was not used for Sonic 4 Episode 1. I'm not sure what that was. Admittedly, Jun's chiptune emulation improved a great deal in Sonic 4 Episode 2 and Sonic Superstars. In Sonic 4 Episode 1, it sounded like someone who had never heard the sound of a YM2612 just kind of tried to recreate that sound, and it's just not quite right. Fun fact, the Sonic Forces classic music was actually played through the YM2612, but it uses
Wait a
sound
minute.
banks that the classic Sonic
Hold
games
on.
never used. Okay.
How the fuck do you play music out of that thing? That's not like a tuba or nothing.
Please save questions for the end of the thing. I don't
Okay.
actually have an answer for that, though, so it is what it is.
I do.
It's a wind instrument. You gotta like put it in your mouth and go.
You just attach it to a harmonica, and then it does all the work. So the
You
solution
play
would
it
be,
and you get the Sonic 4 music.
the solution would be to just have June compose for the modern games, right? Seems like a no-brainer. Thing is, I think Tomoyo Otani is doing a great job, and yes, that is actually that's Otani. I found that on Otani's Instagram.
Beautiful, man, beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. So what do we do about this? Have them collaborate. Because his remixes on the Sonic Colors Ultimate soundtrack went hard as fuck. No more of these, please. And that concludes the PowerPoint party for today.
Yeah.
That was very good. It was very good. Dude, honestly, it's probably... like, all my PowerPoints are, like, total shit posts the entire time. And this one was, like, a legitimate presentation you might actually see in a class.
Sonic, my son, where is Ozzy?
Knuckles, this sounds like a bad idea, IMO.
That's it, you are grounded, grounded, grounded.
Knuckles, I love Hatsune Miku. Oh no, help me Knuckles. I am only in episode 1.
Thunk.
We must fool. Fooling is nice, actually.
Knuckles, I want you.
Thunk.
Fuck.
Wade, my son, it is so great to see you. I hate you, Wade. Fuck you.
Thunk. You are Knuckles now. Congratulations. Thunk.
Pistol Pete, my dear old dad, I have missed you greatly and want to be a part of your life. I love you, father.
Thunk.
Do you guys ever think about what it'd be like if the podcast was about a different franchise? And there were no survivors. But in more positive news, Nintendo's doing great. I don't have any complaints. I'm a very happy person. I'm married, I have 6 kids, I have a great job. Well, I guess some things never change.
I confess to the gang in the chat that this is not brand new for them, that this is not a bespoke PowerPoint.
Oh yeah, no, okay, so usually what happens with PowerPoint, or any of the content I'm making for Sunset City, is I make it like 12 minutes before the show starts, so it's at maximum levels of cringe. But don't worry, we're free. So this one actually was an unused PowerPoint. I think, was this the one
from the vault, from the archives.
Yeah, we didn't use this in one episode, but what episode was it? We had a guest that day.
I don't
think we just
remember.
forgot to tell you
You just kind of, you were like, I'm not going to do this today. And you had a little meltdown.
No, we forgot to do. No, we forgot
we
to
didn't,
do
we
it.
didn't forget.
that
You
day.
decided against it. You were like, no, this.
No.
No,
we-
you
that's
actually, no, you
the-
definitely, you decided
no,
against it.
I know. Listen,
It was a
listen.
conscious decision. You
I know,
chose that.
but listen.
Hey, Chad, how you doing?
Listen to me. Listen, what happened was,
hope
I
you're
know
doing
what you're talking about. That's the time we said we were going to reuse it, because we were like, let's use it from last week, because
You
we
chose
forgot
to
to
do
use
this.
it.
This was your decision.
And then I decided to not do it the second
See?
time, because I didn't think it fit.
Keyword
So the first time,
decided.
it was a
No.
complete accident the first time.
You decided to forget.
I'm muting Pup in Discord. Alright.
You can't mute me.
So the PowerPoint is about why Sonic Adventure is the best game in the whole wide world, and this is factual evidence I have lined up.
Trey,
Okay,
I think he's onto something.
Yeah, he's onto something.
slide. Look at him. Multiple stories. Hello. You can play as
I have a
Sonic,
question.
Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Gamma, Big, and question mark. There is no other game where this happens except for Sonic Shuffle. But that game is simply a Mario Party ripoff and not a Sonic Adventure game.
I think he actually does have me muted because I just interrupted him
Slide.
and didn't say anything.
The stories.
That bitch.
Each character tells a story from their perspective, which changes how we see events play out.
You're a loser.
This is unique because we get to see him become a hero. Character development that will then be thrown away for shits and giggles after Sonic Heroes, in favor of turning him into a little baby bitch boy. Slide.
Okay,
Chow-
what's going on with that Amy render? What is happening here? Why is she kind of kegged? What
I
happened?
looked at the title of the thing. I spelled
Chow Gurden.
I try to make as many grammatical errors as I can when I make these, and I haven't looked at this in a long time, so this feels kind of new to me.
He's really got
Alright,
me muted,
amazing.
that piece of shit.
Alright, Chow Garden. Sega introduced the Chow Garden in this game. We all love the Chow Garden, and would love to see it return, yet they continue to hold it hostage from us. We wish this would make a return, but for now, we can enjoy it in its simplest form, in Sonic Adventure, or its better iteration, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle as well.
Seriously, why is that Amy render built like that?
Knuckles. I like him. His stages aren't too big, like they are in Sonic Adventure 2, so his gameplay is very good and fast-paced. Slide.
I'm starting to think Trey's got me muted as well now.
Serious time.
I don't have you muted.
Ah, thank you, Trey.
No problem. Anything for you.
I love you, Trey.
The real story
I love you
of
too.
E102 Gamma
Hey,
is
you wanna
one of
kiss while I do this
heroism,
PowerPoint?
tragedy.
Absolutely.
Oh, hell yeah.
E102 Gamma begins his life as a pawn, but quickly sees through the charade of his master, Dr. Eggman. He realizes how disposable him and his siblings are, and after a run-in with Amy Rose, he is able to break free of his programming to do what is right.
That's too hard,
He makes
Trey.
his way
Ow.
through the E-Series robots, saving each of the trapped animals, powering them, and makes the ultimate sacrifice in the process. His story would go on to inspire billions, and he will never be forgotten by the gamers who played Sonic Adventure. I don't like this one, though, that much. Sorry.
Whoa.
Holy shit, what a cool villain, though. I love that render.
I thought you were just saying that like casually, and then I looked over and you actually had that as the title of this slide.
Of course.
Hey, holy shit, what a cool
Chaos
Trey,
is the
tell
coolest.
Dylan to unmute me.
I
It's
haven't had
hurting
you
my
muted the
pride.
entire time, I've just been ignoring you.
You piece of shit! One does
I
not
convinced
simply
you,
ignore
though.
me.
You really thought I was muted. If you
You
listen back really carefully, there were some moments where you start saying things and my voice wavers because I am gonna stop, but then I remember I'm trying to pretend that I'm muting.
You have become quite a formidable gaslighter, and I think this might be my doing. So I'm gonna
Yes,
take the credit. I did really good.
Ever since I got to this podcast, I've devolved.
Yay for me, pup.
In a good way. Sorry, where was I? So he's
You
the
were
coolest
talking about-
mother fluffer they've ever come up with. Not only is he tied to the Chaos Emeralds that have been a major plot point since the beginning of the franchise, he's also a tortured soul being used for evil purposes. All of us can relate to this. For instance, me being forced to
what
make
the
these
fuck?
PowerPoints 5 minutes before every podcast.
This one has been sitting on the fucking grill for 10 years.
It's been 3 or 4, maybe 5 weeks, right? Since I made this.
6 months.
It's been a long time. That's awesome. That's so cool. We can see how long this has been sitting for after this. Oh, that's all, folks. There's Lewis. Alright, can they see it? Is everything good?
They can see it.
Alright, guys. Welcome back to PowerPoint Party. I made this during the stream today. And I collaborated a bit with Frank and Pup, and we made some Sonic Pokemon teams. And we wanted to see what you would think about them. And we'll also answer any questions you have. So, first up, also, I've learned some things about the PowerPoint program. Now we have some new technology. Ready?
I can't wait to
Sonic.
see how this has evolved.
Ready? When I click...
Hey, yo, Sonic got a kid?
Alright, what's going on here?
So that's a Lowland Sand Slash. This one's Frank's. Frank made this team.
Alright.
You want to explain, Frank?
I really like this render. Sorry, go on.
Can you... I think it should be very obvious.
What?
Yeah, they're both blue.
Oh.
The blue, it's got the quills.
Yeah, makes sense.
That was the only reason I picked them.
Oh,
Is that like a
Alright.
super form?
What about this one?
It is a region variant. For Zapdos, I figured like the closest thing I could think of for Tails, because he's yellow or orange. People like to dispute that. I don't care about their argument. And he flies. That's all I got.
He is orange, but like, I hear you.
You know what? There is a Galarian Zapdos who is orange and looks like a.
Oh, yeah.
Johto.
I mean, that is definitely
That
a
thing
yellow
looks awesome.
bird, but like, that's fine, dude. Like,
Well, no. I mean, like there is a region variant that is orange and.
Oh,
ah.
Frank,
think
you know,
Dylan
I
chose the
see the
wrong
vision now. I see why you did this. I
Wait,
understand.
what is Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy doing wearing a dress?
That's Hitmonchan.
You fuck around and you find out you're gonna get knocked out for that one.
That is Groot.
That's Hitmonchan. Now I see it though. I get it. I see the Sonic Tails Knuckles. That's clever.
Oh,
Okay,
We're making Sonic Heroes teams.
that's interesting.
I feel like
Okay.
this would be communicated better if you had a Sonic Heroes render over there, Dylan. You
Oh my
fucking-
god! You know what? I just
Shut up.
coupled
Pup.
All right, I got another team. It's for Alligator. I'd probably go with Combee.
Oh,
Actually,
do
no,
Chaotix.
Beedrill. I go with Beedrill, and then I'd go with Kecleon. Yes, for Team Chaotix.
That's a good Chaotix team.
You
Yeah.
notice how Groot's head looks like a foot?
They're not in
I
here,
kinda
though.
play-
Hang on, Knuckles was on the other team, was he not?
Yeah,
Has
but now
Knuckles
this
now
is
got his own
Knuckles.
team?
This is Knuckles' team now. This is Knuckles' own team.
So you're doing
This is-
Sonic
I made
Heroes
this one.
teams, except it's divvied up between the three.
Well, no, each character has a Pokemon team.
This doesn't make any sense. Would Knuckles not just have nothing but fighting ones?
Well,
a better.
I mean,
Pokemon
this
to
is my
represent
interpretation.
Knuckles, really, the guy who is known for punching in games these days.
Why
Ready?
does
I made
Sonic
this
have,
one.
Why does Sonic have a Tails and a Knuckles on his team if Knuckles has his own team?
Shut up. I don't know.
He's
okay,
like
listen.
chaotic,
First of all, he's got the
probably.
rabbit that digs because
I
he's
just-
got, you know, they both
Oh.
dig, you know?
I just think you need to explain your
Right?
vision more, okay?
Doesn't that make
That-
sense? No,
that's
look. Digby
Oh.
the rabbit, right?
I didn't even think about that.
Can scoop up dirt with ears. And
So,
this
wait,
is just
did-
like his friend Cream the rabbit.
Does
And
Sonic-
also, he can dig.
But
Stop
Sonic's-
interrupting Pop.
Please, I'm so confused
You've
though.
been talking the entire ear off, the entire stream.
You were muted for most of it. They can see the muted thing next to your fucking thing. I
I
didn't
was
do
muted
that.
for like 6 minutes, maybe.
You were muted for 16 minutes, you gaslighter.
Second
Oh.
Pokemon, Noivern, because Knuckles has a bat in his life that he really likes.
I'm still confused though. Like, why does Sonic not have, like, hedgehog-themed Pokemons?
And then Shiny Mega
hey,
Sableye,
Sam's
because
close
he's
as I
got a
can get.
big green gem
Okay,
that I
this is
thought Knuckles
justified.
would like.
Oh shit.
This is all
cool.
justified.
Okay.
This I understand. Okay, this makes
Yeah,
sense.
he went based off of one character. I went based off a team. This is actually pretty good.
I did what I could. I couldn't remember every Pokemon off the top of my head, but then Pop, I asked you about Tails. You said give him a
Tails.
dog type. That's not the one.
Yeah, I mean,
But,
Tails is a
I
dog
mean-
at the end of the day, so like it makes
It's
sense.
obvious. I think it was obvious. This is another one that was not the
Oh.
one
Would
you
that not be
suggested, but
Knuckles?
Emolga
That'd be
made
Knuckles,
sense to me.
because he glides.
Yeah, but he's
I'm not-
like
I'm not making us heroes team. But
That's
then there's your
Tails.
suggestion, Pup. That's Lillipup.
Yeah.
and Lillipup because normal types are for basic bitches. And
What about
that's,
Growlithe?
Tails.
Where's Growlithe?
Growlithe would have been a good choice, but Ninetales is already a fire type.
Is that Ninetales?
In the
Yes.
back there, yeah.
From Sonic
Ninetales.
Prime?
No, not that Ninetales. This is a good Ninetales.
Wait a minute, Amy wasn't on Team Sonic in Sonic Heroes.
This isn't about Sonic Heroes.
Why does she have a
I just
team?
went-
She
I went.
should have
I
nothing.
went with the Sonic. But here's the thing. I went. I made the team for Sonic because I thought we were gonna go for that kind of theme. It was like, okay, cool, 3 Pokemon.
No, I just
get
make a
3
theme
Pokemon
with a
that would
theme.
represent different.
I didn't ask you to do anything
Okay.
specific, so that's fine.
Frank,
I
remember
just
when
that's
you
how
said
I
that-
interpreted it.
Frank,
But like,
remember when
okay, you know
said
what'd be
that
fun
you
now
could-
that I'm thinking about it? There should be like a Sonic Pokemon sort of game where we can catch the badniks and use them like Pokemon. I feel like that'd be
Oh,
cool.
that'd be sick. Or like a
Badnikmon.
mystery dungeon game.
But,
Yeah.
Frank, you said the other week that you could beat Big the Cat in a fight, even though you can lift cars. What about Amy? Could you beat her in a fight?
I mean, yes.
Same.
Really?
In fact, I think I
Yeah.
would. As in I would fight her.
Of course.
Just to
I would want to.
demonstrate some truths.
Speaking of Amy, her team is going to consist of Terriermon,
That is not a Pokemon.
Patamon, and this other one I
What
forgot
the
the name
fuck?
of.
Wait, these are Digimon.
No.
These are
What do you
Digimans.
mean?
What the
What do you
fuck?
mean? She's always like sort of breaking away from the crowd, you know. She's trying to do her own thing, so
No,
she's
she
got
wants
a
to be
different
part
team.
of the crowd, though. She wants.
She's
to
got a
be-
different team.
Yeah,
wants
she
to
wants to
be
be part
with-
of the crowd. How
Yeah.
do you
When
think she
did
ended
you
up at, like for Sonic Origins and Sonic Frontiers and Sonic Superstars? She's part of the group.
She's always chasing Sonic. She wants to be part of it, man. Like her arc in Adventure 2 is her. Oh no, don't end this. Come on, man. Don't be like that.
There we go. Either
don't have
Sonic
to-
and Zelda fan got it. Tinkaton for Amy.
It don't have to
I
be
was
like
listen.
that.
I was gonna give Amy a Pokemon team, and Tinkaton was gonna be on it, but then I was like, I'm just gonna put Digimon on this team. I don't know why. I'm just gonna do Digimon. I was gonna
Dylan-
do Yokai Watch, but then I was like, I don't fucking know any Yokai Watch characters.
Dylan, your presentation is fundamentally flawed, but please resume.
I think you are. Never mind. That's really mean.
Dylan rage quits the PowerPoint.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, is everyone able to hear everything okay?
Uh,
Are you able to hear the music?
Sorry. Yes.
yes.
Okay, great. Then we'll begin. Which Sonic musicians are jackasses? By me.
Ooh.
Seems kosher to me. We have the good examples of Sonic musicians, from what I understand. We've got Johnny Gioeli, we've got Bentley Jones, and we've got T-Lopes. And this is just a few examples. I could probably name way more. TJ Davis is apparently lovely. Shota Nakama, who runs like the Sonic Symphony events, seems like a really swell dude. But anyways, why Johnny Gioeli is nice. My buddy Victor McKnight seems to be close with Johnny Gioeli. Victor's a lovely dude, and any friend of Victor is a friend of mine. Johnny Gioeli is notoriously very encouraging towards other artists, often taking time to sing with fans at little events and stuff. So, yeah, really great stuff. He's collaborated with various Sonic fans on projects, such as, you know, things like the SatAM Team Season 3 project. He did the vocals for the main theme, Fastest Thing Alive. And he did Crushing 30s, which is great. And there was one time when Johnny considered selling Crush 40 NFTs, but canned the idea after fan responses. I myself actually sent Johnny a politely worded email detailing the problems with NFTs, and he gave an incredibly kind and understanding response stating that he doesn't want to do any harm to the environment, and he doesn't want any fans feeling betrayed, and so he backed out of any NFT-related projects. So, we really like Johnny. Are we all in agreement? Johnny sounds cool? We like Johnny?
Yeah.
Yeah,
sounds like a
I
stand-up
took a picture
individual.
with him once at a convention.
Yeah, he's cool. He's great. Why Bentley Jones is nice? my buddy Leo seems to be close with Bentley Jones. Leo is a lovely dude. Any friend of Leo is a friend of mine. He collaborates with various Sonic fans on projects, such as, like it or not, he worked on Sonic Omens, and that's just kind of cool.
Okay.
Bentley Jones.
This is where...
They also
sorry to interrupt, but this is the one time...
right?
Like, I will always say this. The song that Bentley Jones worked on for Sonic Omens is probably the best song on that entire game. That's just because of how good it is.
And there were talented people working on that game, regardless of what the leadership was. So, like, we're cool. We're cool, Bentley.
Yeah.
Bentley Jones is also very candid about things, therefore I see little reason to distrust them. And I didn't write it down, but Bentley is the name of the friendly Yeti from Spyro Year of the Dragon, so naturally I trust anyone called Bentley. Bentley is good. Why T-Lopes is nice. I once made a tweet about getting a free pizza. T-Lopes responded to the tweet endorsing my appreciation for the pizza. So we like T-Lopes. He was once one of us, just a fan making
Holy
Sonic
shit, he's
music.
so nice.
Look at him now. But a little ways down, we've got some criticisms. Granted, I think he may sometimes underestimate the power of quote tweeting things he doesn't like with an audience of his size, be it critics who undervalue his work or otherwise. It could incite dogpiling, but that's just a disagreement in methodology, really. It's not entirely his responsibility. So yes, we do like T. These guys could be somewhere in the middle. We got Jun Senoue and Tomoyo Otani. Why Jun Senoue and Tomoyo Otani could go either way. They rarely speak English, so we do not know what they are thinking or feeling. Wait, that's racist.
Did the music... What the fuck?
That was perfect.
Why racism is wrong? By Channel Park.
I thought the music cut off for a moment, and I'm like, oh, he did that. That was... I don't know how he did that, but that was good.
I did do that. Okay, the origins of racism. Back in the year 1000 BC,
No,
maybe...
wait, hold on. Wait a minute. I don't know
Please
if we
save
can talk about this.
questions for the end of the show.
Do we need
Back
to
in-
rewind this? I feel like I missed the step. What happened?
Back in the year 1000 BC, maybe there would have been an element of understanding applied to racism. We were a more tribalistic species back then, simply because we were unfamiliar with people outside of our own individual tribes. Imagine you've only ever known your own people, and suddenly someone new comes along and they're a different color. It's an alien concept, to say the least.
You seem like you were like granting, like you were giving them a pass for this. You
Well,
seem
hold
like
on.
you're playing
Hold
devil's
on.
advocate. I don't think
It's a
that's right.
it's a
I don't think
nuanced.
that's cool.
Let him
It's
cook.
a very nuanced
the
discussion.
process.
Trust the yes.
Trust the
exactly.
process. Let him cook.
So,
I'm going to get a sandwich.
no, you have to be here. You can't just leave during the presentation. I'll pause this.
I think
He's gone, isn't he? That
I can already tell there's a lot more going on than just, discussing all. There's more to it. Dylan, what the hell?
Here we go. All right, music. Where's the music? Okay, right. All right, so we've talked about how I could understand why racism might exist in the year 100,000 BC. Not sure why that couldn't just be resolved with a simple conversation even back then, but regardless, that's how it be. That's how it was.
I feel like, just really quick, I feel like that's a language barrier thing. I mean, I wonder how it'd probably be difficult to communicate
just
that.
do like, because they were cavemen and shit. Just do like a series of gentle, Don't go with the, go with the, Anyways.
Yeah, but could be something else to like a different group and
please
be incredibly
save
offensive.
theories for the end of the presentation. Why
Fair
racism
enough,
is
I will
wrong.
wait.
Well, like, as I say, we're well aware that people exist beyond our own tribes, so there's no reason to fear what isn't an inherently unknown concept. At the end of the day, I'd like for people to be nice to me, so I intend to, in turn, be as nice to others as I can. Unless it turns out that that person is unkind, but then it has nothing to do with where they're from, so love wins. Anyways, back to the point. Yeah, these guys are awesome. I don't know anything negative about either of them. But now for the bad ones.
I haven't heard a bad thing about them.
This
Oh,
asshole. This is Richard Jacques.
What a sinister image.
I'll let Richard Jacques do the talking here. So, this was on the day that T-Lopes and Jun Senoue released their cover of Can You Feel the Sunshine, which obviously Richard Jacques composed. He said, "It's a shame that T-Lopes music did such a bad job and a bad arrangement, whilst failing to credit the songwriter and singer and vocal arranger, for his own personal social media likes. Absolutely shameful. Using other people's creativity for your own personal gain is disgraceful. So yeah, Richard Jacques is a jackass, you might say.
Like, we all know that he did, like, it was a cover. We all know the original song. Like, what does he mean?
So here's the thing. Didn't Sega, like, pay for that stuff?
Yeah, they wanted
Don't they own the rights to it?
They wanted it.
So, welcome to the definitive beta Sonic tier list. For beta males like you.
See, you literally do the thing to others that you hate me doing to you.
I'm talking to you, pup. It's alright, number 10.
Fuck you.
I'm gonna count this as a beta design because it was changed in production. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. 10. The worst thing I've ever seen. In my entire life, I think. Evil creature, bent on destruction and chaos. Do not trust at any cost.
Can I be completely honest?
Don't say you like this, because I'm gonna leave the podcast.
I'm just saying, the more I look at him, the less egregious he gets.
Do you see the size of his fucking mouth? If he smiles at you, he will have pointed teeth, I swear.
If he appeared in a Guardians of the Galaxy movie and you put him side by side with Rocket Raccoon, you could totally see it. He wouldn't look out of place.
Yep, but he's not in a Guardians of the Galaxy
no,
movie.
He's not,
in
right?
Hell where he
but no,
belongs.
but you see what, like, so what I'm saying is, like, for a Sonic movie, yeah, you need Sonic to look like Sonic. But if Sonic showed up in a Marvel thing looking like this, I don't think I'd bat an eyelid.
I think I wouldn't see the movie. Anyway.
You would, if they put Sonic in a Marvel movie, you would so watch
I'm not gonna go see a shitty Marvel movie just because of Sonic.
What if it's a good Marvel? What if it's literally Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, but they put Sonic in it?
I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't know.
Guardians 3's good. What?
Okay.
Why have you not seen that?
Because all of the Marvel movies lately and series have kind of been shit, so I haven't
Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy is good. Like...
Well, nobody told me that.
I've been saying... I literally reviewed... I reviewed Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yeah, I didn't watch it because I didn't see the movie.
Ah! You shit piece.
I don't watch a review if I haven't seen the movie.
I say at the start of the review, it's going to be a spoiler thing, but if you don't want it spoiled, just go see the movie.
Alright, well anyway, number 9, I've put Mr. Needlemouse, which is just an earlier design for Sonic. It's a little scrunkly. He's basically just a regular Sonic, except a little bit more wild hair, a longer tail, thinner shoes. I feel like he's got potential for emoting. Like, I like his smile in the top left corner there, and the bottom right, he looks kind of confused. I feel like it works
He looks
for that,
like
but
he's
honestly,
going to offer children ice cream to get into his white van on the top left.
Well, I hope he wouldn't do that.
That was the most perfect timing on the Metropolis music as well. After that comment.
Next, we have number 8, Big the Cat. Look at this wild animal. And he was really big. Like, for real. See that? See next to Sonic?
He's I like the bottom
design,
left
actually.
one. The bottom left one looks like he's seen some coochie and he's gonna go get it.
I like the bottom right one because he looks like he's extremely stoned.
The one on the top
Or
right
really old.
is fucking Venom. That's literally Venom from Spider-Man.
He's scary, yeah. I mean, he's pretty cool. But he looks a little more feral. Looks like maybe he would have been eating the fish he caught. Who knows? But that one on the top left has got like some huge My Neighbor Totoro vibes.
Doesn't it not make way too much sense that he would eat the fish, surely? Like, what else is he gonna do?
I mean, he's a cat, yeah.
Like, what else is he gonna do with the fish? What?
Here we have a rabbit design for Tangle that was, I believe it said this was concept art by Tyson Hess. And honestly, can't really take or leave this one. Like, I think the real design, like the final design, is absolutely fine. I think it's fantastic, but this is pretty cool. I like the idea of the ears stretching out and throwing people around.
Yeah, a question I've had about Tangle for a long time. Why she got kind of pronounced ass?
Well, anyway, I knew it. Like, I was like, if he says something sexual, I'm moving on. All right. I didn't have much to say about that one either, but this one's actually really interesting to me. If you didn't know, Blaze's design in Rush had a very, very different look. Like, I don't even know what to call this. I guess you could still say she's a cat, but the way that she's designed, it's very like, it's sort of eliciting like the imagery of like a shadow of like something like that. I don't know if they had a different name. I don't know much about this one at all. I just know that my thoughts on it are they probably didn't keep this because while it does look cool, I think it would have made emoting and like cutscene appearances and greater like art appearances probably really difficult. Like I feel like it'd be a hard design to read in terms of like emotion and stuff. And
I
that
like
was
the
Blaze's
idea-
entire arc in Rush.
I like
So,
the idea of a
you know,
Sonic
learning to
character
trust.
that is just darkness, except for the eyes. That's kind of a cool idea. I think they should save that for something else.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I wouldn't mind this being used for something. It seems like it could be a very good, like Black Arms design or something. Like, it almost reminds me a little bit of Eclipse from the Archie comics, but obviously pretty different. It could have also just been, like, a superhero costume, too. Like, it could have been something you could take off. I don't know.
What's with... Wait, hang on.
like-
I'm trying to figure out how her hands work. I'm just looking at her hands right now and trying to figure out... Oh, wait, no, I got it figured out. I figured it out. She's doing this.
Again, that's like a readability thing, too. Like, if she's entirely a silhouette, then it's going to be really hard to tell certain features apart.
Yeah, but
That's why
silhouettes
Sonic
are
doesn't have
cool,
blue
dude.
arms.
Like,
you know?
there's the Sonic, Sonic
You
Frontiers
hate
original...
this? Why would you hate this?
Original
Like, what's wrong with
cyberspace
this?
with the silhouette levels. That was really cool.
Yeah, no, that would be neat. I mean, again, if they do like some kind of, you know, game with Blaze playable, I would like to see that skin be brought
All right.
back as a costume, sort of like these guys.
You're officially a piece of shit because you went out of your way to
What?
specify his pronouns at the start of this paragraph, but then you put he later on.
Oh, fuck off. It was an accident. Shut the shit up. Alright, listen. So this rabbit of varying names and designs, I like this character design a lot, but only about like half out of half, let's say. This is in 5th place because, I don't know, they very are like a classic Toon look. I really like the idea. Really brings back like Felix the Cat, early Mickey Mouse, stuff like that. I think I put it about halfway because it does look great in Sonic Superstars, but I couldn't have seen it like if they had stuck with this design. I couldn't have seen this going into like 3D and looking cool. You know, like I feel like they would have had to do a huge redesign. It would have just kind of negated the point.
Just want to point out, like, it wouldn't make any sense for Sonic Superstars to have a classic Shadow skin. I really like playing as Max the Rabbit in Sonic Superstars.
Yeah, no, I'm really glad that this character has made it to a playable spot. So that's Mach, Max, whatever the rabbit. Surge is an interesting deal here, because I've seen this concept art previously, and obviously she had a whole different row of designs where she had different costumes, but also different hairstyle. And I think that number 8 design down there is actually, like, super fucking cool. Like, the boots
Same.
are awesome. I think the striped shirt is sick.
I was gonna say number 7, kind of bad.
It's cool, too.
Kind
Cool.
of bad.
Like, I think a lot of these costume designs are, like, really solid. But, you know, as she is now, I think she's a great character. I just haven't caught up with the comics in a while, so I don't really know how those characters are doing.
Lenny, I'm edging to your... Oh my god, they're called Lenny Carl. That's awesome. That is awesome. Sorry, go on. Yes.
So this is where I started getting rushed, so we're going to... I had less to say about this. I always liked this design of Robotic, but not for a villain. Like, this is something I feel like they should bring this back if there's ever, like, a level that takes place... I was going to say a level that takes place in Robotic's dreams, but we already have that.
I mean, that could have been just
That would have
Mr.
been a great
Tinker.
reference.
Like, they could have... Like, classic Mr.
Yes.
Tinker. Like...
He also does... There is, like, a lot of, like, color palette similarity to Mr. Tinker from the IDW comics.
There he is.
But, yeah, they could have put this design in Dream Team. I think that would have been funny.
He's also...
Could've been
Like,
kinda
his shirt is very similar to the outfit of the Foreskin Thief, but I'm not going to try and claim anything there because, like... Obviously, like, I made the Foreskin Thief, whereas Robotnik has existed since before I was born. So, like, fair enough.
Yeah. Then we move into the ones that you're probably expecting. Tyrios as a concept was always really interesting to me because in SA2, I've always talked about this, and I think I've mentioned it on streams and stuff. The SA2 story is really funny to me because Sonic and Shadow don't look alike, but everyone thinks they're the same person, which I know people blame on, like, oh, the ignorant populace will say people are stupid and they don't know the difference. I hate that explanation because Sonic saved the world several times. He's been on the news, probably. So, I mean, sure, people could mistake them, but I think it's dumb. With this design, I think that story makes 100% sense. Like, if you saw this guy running around robbing stores at night, and all you saw was him from the back, you would say that's Sonic the Hedgehog.
I want to
100% that's Sonic the Hedgehog.
I want to poke a huge hole in your argument for a second here, and you can feel really silly.
But what if I don't give a shit?
It's known that Sonic has lots of different forms. He's got super forms. Why would they not just think, like, Shadow's just another form, you know?
It's because if we're talking about these people like they're stupid and they don't understand who Sonic is, then why would they even think a yellow Sonic is Sonic?
But they
Like,
know
why would
he's
they
Sonic.
even compare them?
They saw him fight Perfect Chaos and were cheering his name.
Okay, so you just poked a hole back in the same thing. Because if they know he's Sonic and they know that that's Sonic, then they know this
so they
isn't
know
Sonic.
that Sonic has different forms, therefore he could have a shadow form for all they know.
Well, I know, but I don't think they'd be thinking that because they're not Sonic fans. They're
he
just
could have
regular
also,
people.
he could have just, you know, dyed his hair. Or, like, styled his quills differently. Like, you know, maybe they're just not
don't buy it.
assuming... Maybe they're not assuming that Sonic always has the same look, you know? I mean, I would probably sooner assume that there's just another hedgehog. But, like...
Exactly. Like, I don't buy it. I think
I
it's some
don't know,
people
man.
could... Anyway,
I think you don't
point is,
understand the story of
the
SA2.
scar is cool. No, I just think that they wrote the story with this in mind. That's why.
Nah,
I don't
you
think they
get
changed it after this.
You don't
I'm gonna
understand the
kick
story.
your ass. Like, when you respond to everything I say with sarcasm and like the fake, like, nah, man, nah, it makes me want to kill you.
It's not sarcasm. That's not what sarcasm is.
Because this is what you do every single time we talk.
You like it.
No, I don't. Anyway, this last design is Venice. Silver used to be a lot different. Like, he used to come from the same place. He used to come from the future. But the idea behind this character was super different because he was actually blind and used his powers to sense the world around him.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I think that makes him so fucking cool because, like, not only is he in a doomed future with only one person helping him, like, you know, save the world, so to say, I feel like this would make him... This basically makes him into a fusion of Trunks and Daredevil from Marvel Comics with psychic powers.
I love the idea of Silver
And I
being
think that's
blind.
fucking insane. It's like... Yeah, like, it works with his power set, you know? Like, it makes sense for him to have, like, these psychic abilities that help him see the world when he was born in a world where, you know, like, let's say he was blind from birth because of the horrible conditions in the future.
But
you know, that would make sense.
He looks very unhappy. He looks really upset.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I'd be
I
upset
mean, he
too if
comes from an
someone...
awful place.
If someone pissed on my chest, I'd be upset too.
Yeah. Sounds a lot like Toph. That's true. That it could be a bit of like Toph from Avatar in there as well.
The idea of, like,
Yeah, I
using
always thought that was neat.
echolocation in gameplay for Sonic would be awesome, though. Like, imagine, like, everything's dark, but you can see, like, the colored outlines of where you need to go and shit. Like, that would be so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, like Daredevil. I mean, like, in gameplay, I wouldn't mind if he played the same. Like, I wouldn't
No,
want
but
the
you can't
entire
see shit.
world to look like that.
Well, but then that would defeat... Well, why would you want to play as a blind hedgehog, then?
I'd see it more as a character development thing. Because, like, if he can see the world with his powers, then he would just get around normally.
Also, I did think of one thing. That there is...
And maybe, like, when you use the powers, like, the screen could flash and you see it the way he does. You know, like, you could see it in, like, that cool style or something. I don't know.
I want to point out that there is one person that doesn't have an excuse for mistaking Shadow for Sonic.
Amy?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I think Tibby is just stupid. Sonic and the Moon Facility 101 by Walter Graham Funk. Okay. What is Sonic and the Moon Facility? Sonic and the Moon Facility is a fan game made by Stardrop and friends, but there is one little problem in the eyes of many Sonic fans. It's got nothing to do with the logo,
What is
though.
it?
It is not an official Sega product. Which is probably for the best. Trollolololololol, awesome face rotate. Okay, we go. Sonic and the
Wow,
Moon
that's cool.
Facility is a sequel. Before there was Sonic and the Moon Facility, there was Sonic and the Fallen Star. Sonic and the Fallen Star released in 2022, and the game fucking rocks. Alright.
It
Okay.
rocks.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Why Sonic and the Fallen Star rocks my socks? Well, imagine if we got a new classic Sonic game. Now imagine if said new classic Sonic game wasn't 70% old. Now imagine if it isn't fucking garbage. And you got Sonic and the Fallen Star.
I knew Superstars was gonna catch a stray somehow.
I know they say you shouldn't compare official products, but Sonic and the Fallen Star really does make Superstars its bitch in every
We have more than
conceivable
enough
way.
2D games to have an idea of what fans are looking for.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Okay, so here's anyway why it rocks in my socks. Sonic and the Fallen Star is home to entirely original levels. While there isn't a ton of variety and much of the game consists of natural environments, it's made up for by this fitting in with the game's theming. Stages feel vast, with colossal loops that really test the player's speed. Yeah. It's got a fresh art style. I've said for the longest time that we can afford more wiggle room with aesthetics in Sonic games. Sonic and the Fallen Star is a perfect example of that. It's still unmistakably classic Sonic, but has a unique approach to color, consisting of a lot of pinks, blues, and greens. The stream can definitely see this now, right? I just want to make sure of that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
I've been double checking the whole time.
Okay, excellent. Thank you,
You're good.
Franken. It's got music that slaps harder than your dad. The OST by Holly Taylor is just top tier. Once again, it's a different approach to genre than what Sonic usually goes for. Holly's work doesn't replicate T-Lopes or Dreams Come True, instead having its very own identity, yet it still has that Sonic energy. Mess him up. Fast-paced boss fights that really allow the player to wail on Dr. Robotnik's latest contraption, non-stop, while balancing fair challenge. Take note, Superstars. No, really. Take note. I think that's enough about Sonic and the Fallen Star for the time being, though, don't you? Let's talk about the Moon Facility. Sonic and the Moon Facility retains much of what made the original great. The unique aesthetics are back, paired with brand new environments and a brand new story. Sonic and Tails are once again both playable, and it looks to have just as much personality as before. It really does. The unique aesthetics are back, paired with brand new environments and a brand new story. Sonic and Tails are once again both playable, and it looks to have just as much personality as before. The music, once again, slaps according to the trailer. And it goes to show that more of the same doesn't have to be a bad thing. Also, Metal Sonic looks sick as fuck. I mean, look at him.
Look at him.
The drip.
What are you wearing those clothes for?
He looks fucking awesome, doesn't he? He goes hard.
He looks so cool. Look at him. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
But...
He looks like a Five Nights at Freddy's.
But... Okay, let me turn off this amazing music for a second here. Oh, that's the stream. Okay, right, there we go. Slideshow. But... Okay. Uh-oh! Okay, so... Sonic and the Moon Facility is discontinued. They say, gonna bring this up now because we're relevant again, I guess, but the game ceased all development back in February. There were behind-the-scenes issues that demotivated everyone involved, so we decided that it was best to just release what we have eventually when we're ready. And we pour one out for Sonic and the Moon Facility, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. The game will release, but it won't be finished. I don't know why that's here. I think I put that here accidentally. Sorry, I'm just gonna go ahead and move on from that.
Damn, that's so weird that ended up there. That's so weird.
Oh man, Pup, you really got to learn how to make these PowerPoints better.
Yeah, right? Well, here's what's done, if I'm not mistaken. The game is fully functional and playable. You can go through all the stages and fight all the bosses. You'll be able to experience the gameplay more or less as intended. But what's missing, if I'm not mistaken, some features and flourishes were not added to the stages that they wanted to include, and the story will likely be on a separate Google Doc. I don't think the cutscenes were implemented. Why was development discontinued? The spark died. It happens.
Oh no.
Rest in peace.
Where
Truth
has
be
he
told...
gone?
Heaven. Truth be told, I think it's really cool that they're still releasing a build for us. We love you to the moon and back, Moon Facility devs. Wait.
Speed.